Hi, good evening to my respective lecturer and to my friends. My name is Divya, daughter of Supaya, and I am from class 7A1BLE. My ID number is 2450014. I am here today to present my part in group assignment, which is titled as 2021 Selangor Pahang Mega Flood. To begin with, I would like to say something about introduction, which is about crisis management. Crisis management refers to the process of preparing for responding to and recovering from unexpected events such as natural disasters. It is very important because crises can cause serious loss of life, property damage, and economic disruption. In recent years, due to climate disasters like floods are becoming more frequent and severe. Effective crisis management helps reduce the impact of such disasters through proper planning and coordination and communication. Secondly, I would like to highlight the objective of our chosen title, which is the 2021 Selangor Pahang Mega Flood using crisis management concepts. We aim to understand how the crisis was handled before, during, and after the flood. This includes evaluating the effectiveness of government response, emergency services, and other stakeholders. Additionally, the report aims to identify weaknesses in the response and highlight important lessons that can be used to improve disaster management in the future. Moreover, I would like to say something about the scope of this study. This disaster was chosen because it was one of the worst floods in Malaysia's recent history and affected both urban and rural areas. Thousands of people were displaced and major infrastructure was damaged. The flood exposed serious issues such as poor early warning systems and lack of preparedness. Therefore, this case provides a meaningful example to study crisis management in large-scale natural disasters. Next, I would like to explain about the 5 stages of crisis. In crisis management, crises are usually analyzed using 5 stages. The first stage is signal detection, which involves identifying early warning signs. The second stage is preparation and prevention, where planning and risk reduction take place. The third stage is containment and damage control, which includes emergency response during the crisis. The fourth stage is recovery, focusing on rebuilding and restoring normal life. Finally, the learning stage involves reviewing the crisis to improve future responses. When we apply these 5 stages to the Selangor Pahang mega flood, several challenges can be observed. Early warning signs were present, but the information was not communicated effectively to the public. Preparation and prevention efforts were weak due to poor drainage systems and insufficient flood mitigation planning. During the crisis, rescue operations faced problems such as lack of resources and poor coordination among agencies. Recovery efforts were also slow, especially for affected communities. These issues highlighted the need for better planning, communication, and coordination. Finally, from this crisis, several important lessons can be learned. Firstly, early warning systems must be timely and clearly communicated to the public. Secondly, disaster preparedness should be improved, especially in flood-prone areas. Thirdly, strong coordination between government, agencies, NGOs, and volunteers is essential. Lastly, learning from past disasters is crucial to strengthen future crisis management strategies. By applying these lessons, Malaysia can be better prepared for similar disasters in the future. Thank you so much.
Good day, I'm Preeta from class 7A1. My ID number is 2450013BLE. I will begin by explaining the definition, legal basis and importance of freedom of speech. First, freedom of speech is the right of individual to express their ideas, opinions and information without fear of punishment. This freedom applies not only to speaking but also to writing, media content, art, and online communication such as social media posts. It allows people to share views, discuss issues, and even criticize authorities. Without this freedom, people may stay silent even when they face injustice or wrongdoing. Next, let us look at the legal basis of freedom of speech. At the international level, Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. Similarly, Article 19 of the International uh, Convention on Civil and Political Rights protects these rights but allows lawful restrictions. Malaysia, freedom of speech is guaranteed under Article 10 of the Federal Constitution, which allows citizens to express themselves. However, this right is not absolute. Parliament can impose restrictions for reasons such as national security, public order, and morality. Lastly, freedom of speech is extremely important. It supports democracy by allowing citizens to discuss national issues and participate in decision making. It also promotes government transparency and accountability, as leaders can be questioned and criticized. In addition, it protects minority voices, supports education and academic freedom, and encourages creativity and innovation. In short, freedom of speech is essential for a healthy, progressive society. Thank you.
In conclusion, the 2022 Selangor Pahang Mega Flood shows how important group crisis management is when a big natural disaster happens. By using the 5 stages of crisis management, the study found that Malaysia performed quite well during emergency response and recovery stages. Rescue works, evacuation and aid delivery were done quickly, and this helped to reduce loss of life and support the victims. However, the study also found many weaknesses. There were problems with early warning system, disaster preparedness, and prevention efforts. Because of these problems, many people evacuated late, many homes were badly damaged, and communities faced serious social and economic problems. When looking at the Malaysia's emergency and disaster management system, especially under NADMA, strong teamwork between different agencies was one of the main strengths. Government agencies and emergency teams work well together during the disaster. But to reduce future risks, more improvements are needed in early planning, stronger infrastructures and community preparedness. When compared to 2011 Thailand floods, this shows that the balanced disaster plan is very important. This includes strong central leadership, long-term investment in flood protection, and flexible actions at the local level. Overall, these studies show that crisis management should be seen as an ongoing process, not only something done after a disaster happens. By improving early warning systems, strengthening cooperation between agencies, investing in flood prevention, and helping communities become more prepared, Malaysia can greatly improve in disaster management system. Learning from past disaster is very important to reduce losses, protect people, and build a safer and more country for the future. Thank you.